Do you ever get the feeling that your emotions are controlling you? Maybe you just received some bad news, or you are having an argument, and it's making you feel like you cannot keep calm. When you are in one of these intense emotional states, you may have noticed that your way of thinking changes significantly. Intense sadness kills all thoughts that are not intense sadness. The same applies to other emotions. When we are angry, we have angry thoughts, and when we are afraid, we have scary thoughts. This leads to a kind of tunnel vision, where the only thoughts that pop up in our minds feed the fires of our emotions. It is possible to get trapped in a cycle where negative thoughts cause negative emotions cause negative thoughts, etc. In such cases, it is important to have a way to close this loop. Like emotion regulation techniques. It is not about ignoring your feelings and reactions when they become too strong. It is about taking control of them when they become overpowering. So you can learn from your emotions instead of being dominated by them. Emotion regulation skills can help you slow down and respond instead of reacting.
Response and reaction. What's the difference?
Although they are often used interchangeably, there is actually a difference between a reaction and a response. A reaction is purely emotional, while a response is an exercise in emotional intelligence. Most of the time, we do not think about our emotions when we react. Rather, we act based on our immediate emotions, at the moment, and are influenced by those emotions. Responding, on the other hand, slows you down to think about what you are feeling, why you are feeling it, and what that feeling is. Understanding your feelings helps you respect them, using logic and values to guide your actions.
What is emotion regulation?
Emotion regulation refers to the ability to control one's emotional reactions. It basically forces you to slow down and think before you act. We can use our emotions to learn about ourselves, what is important to us, how we feel about others, or how we feel about ourselves. But they do not always reflect the objective truth. When you practice emotion regulation, you can respect your feelings as well as the things they say about you, while not allowing them to control your behavior.
How can you exercise emotional regulation?
Practicing mindfulness is a powerful way to regulate your emotions. When you practice mindfulness, you keep your thoughts flowing without attachments and keep your emotions grounded in the present moment. The result of various mindfulness exercises is that you become more aware of your emotions rather than the things that define your reality.
How can you carefully adjust?
First, identify and name your feelings. When you notice your feelings, stop and ask yourself, how am I really feeling right now? The process can be tricky, and we're rarely taught how to slow down and understand our feelings. You can start with a feelings wheel. If you have never practiced naming your feelings, this is a great tool. Begin with one of the 7 emotions in the center: evil, fear, anger, disgust, sadness, happiness, and surprise. And work your way up until you find what you feel. Another approach to emotion regulation is cognitive reappraisal. Cognitive reappraisal involves recognizing innate negative thought patterns and changing them into more effective patterns. Once you have identified what you are feeling, you can accept what you are thinking and at the same time be certain that it might not be true. Think about the strong emotions you feel and transform them into new, positive or neutral possibilities. For example, instead of "my friend did not respond to my text, so probably they are mad at me," change it to "my friend did not text me back, so likely they are busy. I'm sure they'll see my message later and respond when they have time." The next time you fall into one of these emotion-thought feedback loops, think about a few cognitive reappraisals of the situation and see what happens to the magnitude of your emotions. Like, what are the alternative explanations? What's really the worst thing that could happen, and would I survive it? If I was in a better mood, what I would think about this situation. Looking at it improves our cognitive flexibility and can help us not fall into the same negative spiral reaction that makes us feel bad. And at the end, emotional regulation takes intention and practice. Do not get discouraged if it's not something that comes naturally to you. You can do it. Subscribe for more videos.